Edvicon Educare. So today we are going to talk about CAT. So we're going to discuss about what CAT is and everything that you should know about CAT examination, Common Admission Test. Let's get started. So CAT, also known as Common Admission Test, is conducted for admissions to various IIMs and various B schools of the country. Uh, for now, it's a 2-hour test with student being tested on quantitative aptitude, verbal ability, and data interpretation and logical reasoning skills. All right. So it happens only once in every year. All right, and it happens in the last week of November. So for CAT 2021, it was held on 28th of November. All right. Around 2.3 lakh candidates appear for CAT. This is the data for 2021, and this is only increasing every year. Why do I say it's increasing? Because if you see in CAT 2020, the number of aspirants who appeared was 1.9 lakhs, and this has increased to 2.3 lakhs in CAT 2021 itself. Next, we are going to peek into the eligibility criteria for CAT. Alright, a lot of students keep asking us about the eligibility criteria because they're confused by what has been given or what has been said. Alright, so let's simplify it. So in order to be eligible for CAT exam, the candidate has to pass at least their bachelor's degree with at least 50%. This is for general category and for candidates from NC/OBC pass. For SC, ST and differentially able students or candidates, the percentage required is 45%. So basically what you should know is that you should have a minimum of 50% in your bachelor's degree. Alright. Now a lot of students say that, sir, we are in our final year. Alright, can we appear for CAT? Or what should we do? What is the procedure for appearing for CAT? So yes, you can appear for CAT. Alright, the final year students of all bachelor's degree are welcome to give CAT with a caveat that they will clear their bachelor's degree with required percentage of 45 or 50. Alright. If the candidate is unable to clear the bachelor's with the required percentage, the results in the future or further admission process will be rendered null and void. So the basic bottom line again, 50% should be there in your bachelor's degree. Now, who conducts CAT exam? Alright, one question that students keep asking again and again. Various IIMs across the country conduct CAT exam turn by turn. Alright, for example, CAT 2020 was conducted by IIM Indore, whereas this year's CAT, that is CAT 2021, was conducted by IIM Ahmedabad. Alright, so it goes turn by turn, and various IIMs are responsible for conducting your CAT examination. Next, we're going to talk about the exam pattern for CAT. Alright, so in VRC, there are a total of 24 questions. Alright, which came, this is the paper pattern, latest one for CAT 2021. Alright, initially around in CAT 2020 there used to be 76 questions. Now it's reduced down to 66 questions. So 24 questions in VARC, that is your verbal ability in reading comprehension. DILR has 20 and CONS has 22. Alright, marking scheme +3 -1, that is your awarded +3 marks for every correct answer and you're awarded minus -1 for every wrong answer. Alright, there are two types of questions: MCQ, multiple choice questions, and TETA, which is type in type answers. Alright, multiple choice A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, 4, you will be given your choices, you have to select one. Alright, TETA, you will be given a box and you have to type the correct answer. So let's suppose if 23 is the answer that you have got, you have to type in 23. For TETA type, there is no negative marking. No negative marking whatsoever. Alright, so this was the latest paper pattern, and you have got 2 hours to solve this paper, 40 minutes per section. Alright, so 40 minutes for this many number of questions. So this was the latest paper pattern that was given out for your CAT 2021 set by IIM Ahmedabad. Next, we are going to see CAT syllabus, and we're going to see this in depth. Alright, this is very important, guys, because once you know what syllabus you're preparing for, it gets easy for you to go in a direction. Alright, so we'll begin with VARC. Alright, VARC basically means verbal ability and your reading comprehension. Right, so verbal ability, they're going to test you on parajumbles. Then they're going to test you on odd sentences. And they'll test you on para summaries. Alright, Parajumbles will be essentially jumbled sentences. You got to sequence them in a proper order. This is a theta type question that they will ask. All right. Similarly, odd sentences, they will give you uh, 4 or 5 sentences, and there will be one sentence which would be out of context or which would be odd. All right. You'll have to figure out that sentence. Para summary, they'll give you a paragraph, and basically, out of 4 options, you have to find out which appropriately summarizes that paragraph in short. All right. So this is what constitutes your verbal ability. All right. Reading comprehension. Okay, there'll be passages given to you. All right. Cat reading comprehension passages are usually from this following areas which you should note down: business and economics. All right. Science, environment, and tech. That is technology. All right. Arts and literary criticism, philosophy, and sociology. Okay. So CAT usually doesn't test you much on natural sciences, all right, compared to GRE and GMAT. But in CAT, RC passages from sociology, philosophy, and business economics are found in plenty, all right. So there are basically various types of questions asked, like inference based, right? Main idea, all right, appropriate title, and factual. All right, there are n number of types that are asked in your CAT. All right, so you should be preparing your RCs in this direction. All right, so that you are able to answer all such type of questions. Okay, now we'll move to cons. Okay, cons basically uh, arithmetic forms a very good chunk of your syllabus. All right, geometry, modern maths, algebra. All right, coordinate. I'm considering coordinate geometry under geometry section only. All right, and number system. So usually, this is what your quant syllabus forms of. All right. So the level of question varies. All right. See, usually CAT syllabus is based on your 9th, 10th, 11th standard syllabus, as they famously say. All right, they have quoted it in their form filling website as well. But what they do is they test you on your aptitude, your skills to apply these basic concepts and to solve questions on it. All right, and to choose the best questions, because not every question would be solvable in CAT. All right, there would be questions which would be freebies, and there would be questions which would be tough. So your ability to leave such questions and your ability to select questions which you can solve easily is what determines whether you are a good manager or not. All right, and determines your management skills at that point of time. This is what CAT examiners want to test you on. All right, DILR, data interpretation logical reasoning, basically there's no defined syllabus for it, but then there are various topics like games and tournament, coding, decoding, right, uh, puzzles, arrangements. All right, all such topics should be covered in depth for DILR, because sets have been coming on this particular topics. All right, there are many more topics that you should be doing. All right, but these are some of the basic topics that usually appear in your DILR. Okay, so DI, again, graphs, very important. All right, graphs, usually what they'll do is they will give you various graphs. They might combine it with an arithmetic topic like profit and loss, percentages, or something like that as well. But you should be very well versed with your graphs, like bar graphs. All right, pie chart. Okay, your radar graph. Okay, whatever you can think of, and caselets as well. Okay, so this mota is your syllabus for your CAT. All right, which I can think of and which I think you should start off with. All right, jotting down the syllabus is the first step in cracking CAT, guys, because now you'll move in a proper direction. All right, how to move and from where to start is a completely different thing. All right, that is a complete different thing. So we're going to see that once we are through to the next slide now. Now, what are the colleges that come under CAT? So a lot of students are confused about this thing, that are only IIMs there under CAT, or which are the other good colleges that come under CAT. So guys, there are a lot of colleges that are accepting CAT since it's a premier examination. All right, let's talk about IIMs first. So there are almost 20 IIMs in India, which are comprised of old and new IIMs. All right, the baby IIMs also inside this. So IIM ABC, right, which is famously called as Black Eye, where A stands for Ahmedabad, all right, B stands for Bangalore, C stands for Calcutta, Indore, Lucknow, Kozhikode. All right, and then there are other new IIMs like Nagpur, Sambalpur, Jammu. All right, there are Shillong. All right, there are various other IIMs as well, which adds to the list. Okay, so basically these are the IIMs that are there uh, via CAT. Other B schools that accept CAT are SP Jain, IMT Ghaziabad, MDI Gurgaon, TAPME, IITs, NEET. Alright, there are various IITs, guys. There's one thing that IITs are only open for engineers, alright, but then there are many other colleges where you can apply for MBA or for management programs via your CAT score. All right. So these are handful of some good colleges that I could jot down for you guys that you should be applying for. You should be targeting apart from your IIMs. Now let's have a look at the process for getting admitted in these schools or IIMs. All right. A lot of students have this question before even starting the preparation. So basically, the first step is clearing your CAT, all right, with basic whatever percentile. Each IIM and each B school has have their required cutoff, basic minimum cutoff. All right. Along with that cutoff, they go through your profile. All right, like your 10th, your 12th, or your grad, your work experience. All right, diversity. All right. Every college will have different allocation of weightage to all these factors. All right, and then your CAT score. So coupled with all of these parameters, they will calculate your composite score. Okay. Then according to this, a merit list is prepared and then you're given a call shortlist. All right. So if you get this call shortlist, you'll get a mail from them. All right. Now you get a mail, you fill up the form for that particular college again. All right. In depth, which is called a CV form. All right. Wherein you put in all your details again. You put in your statement of purpose. You put in why you want to do an MBA from that particular B school and everything. All right. You get your date for your GDPI or what. Some colleges do not have what. Some colleges do not have GD. It varies. All right, so you get your date for your GDPI what. So you go through this process, all right, and then there is a final shortlist prepared. Now this final shortlist will have some allocation for your CAT, all right, it will have some allocation for GD, some for PI, all right, some for what, and this way again a final composite score is prepared, and then a merit list is prepared. Now, according to the merit list, you get your final shortlist. All right. Right now, it might sound to be a very complicated process, guys, but trust me, it's not such complicated process. You have to go step by step. All right. First, your aim should be for appearing for CAT and cracking it with a good percentile. Only after that, you can jump onto stage 2 and stage 3 and stage 4. All right, so this was just a very basic process that I wanted you guys to know, because I was getting a lot of queries with respect to this thing, that how's the shortlist process and how do we get shortlisted for various B schools. This is the uh, common process that is there, all right, across all B schools. It might differ from college to college, the weightage might differ from college to college, percentages might differ, cutoffs might differ, but usually the process remains the same. So basically that's all you need to know about CAT, guys. Basically every small information that you should be aware about common admission test before you start your preparation. And now is the best time to start your preparation. Complete 1 year for your exam. I wish you all the best. If there are any doubts or if you have any questions with respect to CAT, you can get in touch with us. Thank you.